Greetings, this is Mike. Welcome to the channel once again. It's a lovely November morning, and it's time to go for a ride. Let's get our gloves on and mount our ride, which is the Z650RS once again. I was doing some slow speed practice in this large parking lot, which I like to do often just to get my skills sharper. I'm still not great at doing U-turns within 2 spaces or 2 spaces wide. I'm like Dan the fireman or Moto Jutsu does. I'm still working on it. We're working our way out of this parking lot. I like this industrial complex because it has a ring road surrounding the huge parking lots. I can spend all day here basically practicing all sorts of maneuvers, slow speed, braking and swerving, all that good stuff. I like the stop sign here because it's on a slope. It allows me to practice hill starts so I don't roll backwards. As we make our way out of the industrial park, we're going to fast forward a bit to see another part of the city. This part of Reno is known as South Reno. It's a newer part of the city. And we hit our green light. Some good revs there. Going up the gears. This is Virginia Street. A little strip mall there, also featuring the famous In-N-Out. And there's a lot of cars already for their famous burgers. Fast forwarding a bit. Further down, we have the Summit Mall to the right. There's BJ's Brew House restaurant and some movie theaters. And this intersection here is the last stoplight on this road until we get to the very end of it, going into Carson City. I'm going to zoom forward a little bit on this journey. Fall colors coming in nicely, golden leaves on these trees. I like this part of Reno because it's light traffic most of the time that I go on this road. Fairly wide, fairly smooth roads, speed limit of about 50. And pretty nice views of the countryside. We got farms, ranches, and the Sierra Nevada mountains ahead of us. This is kind of why I ride. I like just coming out here in the countryside, enjoying the breeze, enjoying the experience of riding a motorcycle. That pickup truck was kind of tailgating me, so I'm kind of happy that he overtook me there. So, yeah, that's why I switched lanes and let him pass. Now I got no one behind me. I can just go along my merry way and enjoy the ride. We had amazing weather on this weekend that I recorded this. First weekend in November, and it was actually quite warm for this time of year. Beautiful skies, no clouds at all. I'm still playing with the camera settings, so I do apologize that my instrument panel's a little cut off for most of this video. I'm working on fixing it, so we're gonna do it better in the next video. the bright side, we do have more of the horizon in view, so you can enjoy the beautiful sights that this road has to offer. When I was breaking in this motorcycle, I took it many times here because it's a perfect place to break in a motorcycle. No stop and go traffic. I can vary my speed up, slow down. I can even do emergency braking practice as well. Coming up this pretty steep hill. No problem for the 650 on this motorcycle at all. Pretty torquey engine, so it just pulls up, no problem. We got some bicyclists over there. That group of bicyclists, I think I passed or saw them several times on this ride. See if you can catch them as we go along. In the last video, we had more snow on the mountaintops. We hadn't had a lot of snow in the past week, and it's been pretty warm for this time of year, so they've started to melt. So there's only a little bit of traces of snow left on the mountains. At the next intersection, if you turn left, that will go into the eastern part of Washoe Lake. We're going to go down that road one day as well, at one of our future rides. This part of the road is one of my favorite views, is when the mountains really come into view. Golden fall colors. This part of the road feels like a sleepy small town. We're going to fast forward a little bit as we get closer to Davis Creek Park. The road here crosses over new 395 interstate. Doing a head check to the right because the off-ramp, offloads just right here, and sometimes cars don't stop there. Doing some downshifts. Now this turn here is where I had my first major motorcycle accident. I low-sided my Vespa 300 scooter right at that very corner, so I've always taken that corner gingerly. Because you never know, the gravel can just slide the bike right under you. This is a little road heading into Davis Creek Regional Park. I believe it was last year, this area had a major wildfire. A lot of the trees in this area show burn marks. As we ride by, you'll probably see the trunks are quite dark. I believe the dead trees were already removed. That's why there's this clear area in this part of the park. See, it's still closed in that area. There's a wood carving to the left. Looks like it's done. Last few weeks I've seen the artist carve that sculpture. Yeah, the trunks of these trees have pretty dark burn marks. That fire was pretty massive. The fire jumped over the freeway. That's quite a ways from where this part of the forest is. This part of the ride is pretty serene. It's like being deep in nature, but actually not that far off from the city. Just amazing views. This area is always part of my weekly rides. It's just very peaceful here. I'm probably the loudest thing here right now with the motorcycle, so I'm trying to keep in the second gear so it's not too loud as we putter around. This is my favorite part of the park. This line of trees. See the sun kind of peeking through? This is where I took my favorite picture of this bike right here. We're just gonna putter around here for a little bit more. I want to do another lap of the parking lot. This is my photo spot. That sun the rays just coming through the forest. Feels almost otherworldly, you know, it's like, it's the Endor moon from Star Wars. Maybe there are Ewoks running around back here. Or those fallen logs, I've taken a couple pictures there as well. Alright, let's make our way out of here. Park's not so busy. There's a few cars around here. There's hiking trails in the area. I've never checked them out. I'm not that sort of person to go hiking. But I could appreciate the nature of the area, the beauty of the area. There's some few big potholes in this area that I have to watch out for, but it gives me good swerving practice as well. Slowing down a bit. Waiting for that car. Got some folks walking around over there on the right. There's that wood carving on the right. One of these days I should stop by there and take a picture of it. This is like the office for the park on that little brown building. There's a Corvette at the stop sign. Hopefully he sees us. Oh, maybe he doesn't. Oh, he saw us. He stopped. A gentle turn to the left. So I'm not gonna speed it through there and slide in front of him. Alright, let's get some revs. There we go. 7,000 RPM. I like going down this little road parallel to the freeway. Not very busy, but mainly because it's scenic. It's just a nice little road to go down on. It's actually a fast road. It goes to 50 miles an hour. There's some expensive homes in this area. Just get a mirror check, because I'm going to do emergency stop practice here. Bite down on the brakes. Feels pretty good. Not doing a complete stop, I don't want to warp my brakes. Push it too hard. Just get a feel for how the bike responds to an emergency stop. crest the hill, to my surprise, there's a whole group of Harley riders. Hey guys, how you guys doing? Oh, doing the biker wave, alright. In the United States, the biker wave is usually done as 2 fingers pointed downwards at the road. That was cool. I don't see that too often. Maybe there's a group of maybe 2 to 3, maybe 4 riders riding together, but that was a big group. I wonder where they were going. Turning right here, because if I go straight, it's a gated community and you can't go there. It's a really tight U-turn as well. Not much to see over there anyway. To the right, there's a giant statue of what looks like a prospector. And that parking lot there and building with the blue roof, that's a candy shop. I've never been inside, but one of these days I should pay them a visit and see what's in there. Checking for traffic. Looks like we got a car coming. In no hurry, just sit tight here. And away we go. Going up the gears, revving her out. This bike is fun to rev. It's not too crazy. Won't throw me to outer space, but it's fun to feel the acceleration. There's something going on here. Old 395. Looks like there's some activity with horses. There's a group right there, getting a nice wave. Unfortunately, later in my ride, I saw the reason why there were people on horseback. They were rounding up a bunch of cattle, and they were running these cows along the road, on the road actually, and alongside. Unfortunately, my camera died, so I wasn't able to show you that part of the ride. It was really cool, actually. You could hear the cows mooing. It was great. Of course, my camera just decided to die 10 minutes before I got there, but I guess that's life. Next part of the ride here, we're going to visit Bowers Mansion. Back in the day, from what I've read, it was probably like the most happening place, but today there's a family park basically in this area. Lots of picnic areas as we enter the parking lot. Fun little hill for kids to play on in the grass. There's also a swimming pool complex here. During the summertime, it's pretty busy. Speed bump. It's a good opportunity for me to practice going over bumps, standing on the pegs. Another speed bump. And there's the mansion to the right. Never been inside, but they do tours. There's the Bowers Mansion. Little playground for kids as well. And this little road leads to another parking lot. This parking lot is actually nice and smooth and would be a good place to practice if only it wasn't sloped. There's a pretty good incline to the parking lot, so a pretty good chance I might drop the bike if I do a lot of low speed practice. Alright, for this ride, we are coming to the conclusion as we have looks like a four-wheeler ATV speeding by there. I'm going to split up this ride into two parts. This is part one. And stay tuned for the second part of the ride as we go explore more country lanes as we head towards Carson City. There's the cyclist I was talking about earlier. Another speed bump. And thank you for joining me on this ride. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you saw, please comment, like, and subscribe to the Global Rider channel. There's some guys with pretty cool Japanese cars ahead. We're going to end it here. Thank you very much for joining me. Until the next ride. Have a good one.